forgiveness is very important. It's not necessarily for them, it's actually for you to break from this mental prison that you are in. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Sebastian. I'm here to guide you towards the path of healing, help you achieve your goals, create your own reality, and manifest your ideal life. So stay tuned. If you're watching these videos, chances are that you got hurt by someone at some point in your life, and it's very hard to let go. I think everybody experienced that kind of hurt at some point in their life, right? I mean, we are humans after all. We get in love, we get attached, we have friendships, then bad things happen, it's part of life. But what can you do in order to move on from someone that hurt you bad emotionally, especially if it was about a relationship or a friendship, or even small cases like when you have an argument or you enter in an argument and that person said something that they shouldn't have said, or it wasn't true, or you wanted to say something back but you hold it inside, and now if you think about it you regret it because it does harm to you to hold it inside. So what can you actually do in order to move on? Well, the first thing that you need to do before getting to the practice that I want to share with you today, we're going to do it together. The first thing that you need to do is to forgive yourself. You need to forgive yourself for putting yourself in that situation, in that specific situation. Forgive yourself for not saying the things that you wanted because you cared more about that person's feelings than your own. You care more about them than you. Forgive yourself for that. Forgive yourself for other things that happened during that situation or for that period of situations. I don't know what your case may be. It's different from individual to individual. But forgiveness is very important. It's not necessarily for them. It's actually for you to break from this mental prison that you are in. That's the first thing you need to do, to forgive yourself. And then the second step is to forgive them. Forgive them. You can't move on without forgiveness. You also can't heal without forgiveness. Actually, if you don't forgive, you can get ill if you keep it too much inside you, if you still have bad intentions or bad thoughts about that person that hurt you or whatever the case may be. That's not good for you. You have to let it go. Forgive. It's in the past. You can't do anything about it right now. Like about that situation. Just to focus on yourself and change how do you perceive it right now. You can control it, and actually social media makes it even harder. So my suggestion is that, especially if it was a relationship, please stop following them on social media. Your mind, when it sees the pictures and all, it just creates that loop of emotional triggers. So you actually can't heal. You're sabotaging yourself. So delete all the pictures. Delete all the social media following that you have with that specific person. And I suggest for the moment, especially if it's really, really emotional, block them. Block them until you feel that you're 100% moved on. Then you can unblock. You know why? Because when you block them, even on the phone or social media, you block the energy. And you don't want that. You want to cut that energy, which we are going to do in the practice. Cut the energy and then take back your personal power, and then replace it with a good energy. So what you want is actually to be indifferent when you meet them, like after 1 month, 2 months, by accident, randomly, I don't know, in town or whatever. you just want to be indifferent, like, okay, no emotional triggers, no anger, no sadness, no guilt or whatever, right? So that's when you know you actually moved on. The first thing is to actually accept that right now this situation, as I've said before, is in the past. It's gone. You need to focus on the lesson. Go back to there. The only reason to go back to that situation is to take what you can learn from it. Focus on the lesson, because the subconscious mind is making those emotions, those negative emotions, for you, because a boundary has been broken. A boundary of yours has been broken, and then you need to focus on the lesson so that you can actually move on in a healthy way, right? So, without further ado, actually, there was one more thing. Even after you do the practice, sometimes you're just going to remember. Like you remember about your family or some friends, or you're just going to remember. If you remember about them and you still have those emotional triggers or bad thoughts, you need to change the bad thoughts to good thoughts. Send them love, send them forgiveness, send them healing, hope for them that they are okay. I know it sounds ironic, right? Especially if they hurt you badly. But you have to do that in order to let it go for good. Also, what I've noticed in my personal case, in some cases actually, it was very hard for me. It took a long time for me to let go of some persons, because I was thinking about that success image in my mind. I wanted them at some point in my life to go back and regret, to come to me, to meet with me all of a sudden and regret what they've said or what they did or apologize or something like that, So until I realized that and I canceled that image in my mind, I was still triggered by that. I was still holding something inside me, When I let go of that image and I started to forgive and do all the things that I've said, I managed to finally move on. So, I hope this helps. And now let's get to the practice. This practice is called cutting the cord. You see, when we meet with a person on a daily basis, with people in general, work colleagues, family, friends, whatever, even in supermarkets, we connect with them energetically. And you have your own vibration and frequency, they have their own. And you just connect. It's not something that you do or do not. You can of course protect yourself energetically if you know how to, but in general, you are connecting with them, So you have to know how to work with your energy. You create an energetic cord, which is the name of actually the practice, cutting the cord. So, what you do is, I recommend actually, because I want you to do it together with me, to sit down for this practice, because it's very, very powerful, and you can use it for every kind of scenario that you had in the past with any people. It will help you a lot. So what you do is, you can close your eyes if it helps, and it doesn't matter if you're a very visual person or not. It includes visualization, but you can take your time with this as much as you need. So imagine right now a tube over your head, and that tube is filled with energy, and you can give it a color, whatever color you wish. A color that represents unconditional love, healing, and forgiveness. So that energy is filled with these three elements. And then from that tube, the door, the tap from that tube opens up, and all that energy comes into your head, and from your head throughout the whole body. And you can visualize it. If you're a kinesthetic person, you kinesthetic meaning feeling. You can feel it, see how it feels. If you're auditive, you can hear it, you can give it a sound, you know, a watery sound or an air sound. And just stay there with those elements: forgiveness, healing, and unconditional love. Just feel yourself with this. Healing, unconditional love, forgiveness. Breathing can be natural, or it can be as you wish. Deep breathing, shallow breathings. Deep, slow breathings. And while doing that, put a gentle smile on your face. Don't force it. Alright, let's move on now. If you're going to do this alone, you can take all the time you need here. Just fill yourself up with this energy. Now, imagine in front of yourself a stage. And on this stage, you call that person, you bring that person that you have the problem with, that you hurt, that they've hurt. You bring that person on the stage, right? And then you send this energy with the healing, forgiveness, and unconditional love to them. Share it with them. It comes. So you are love, you are light, you are abundant. So you have abundance, and you give this energy of love, forgiveness, and healing to them. And you can put even more emotions, whatever you wish for: contentment, acceptance, gratefulness. Fill them with that. Every human needs this. Every human wants to experience this kind of energies, this kind of states, this kind of moods. And see how they're smiling also, you know. Maybe they didn't want to hurt you. Because behind every behavior, any action, there's a positive intention. Maybe they also still care about you, they think about you, you know. You have to let go. Give them this kind of energy. Good thoughts, pure thoughts. Alright, and now imagine this energetical cord from your belly, from here, from the bottom belly, belly button, sorry, to theirs. You know, this is the energetical cord. It's like an umbilical cord, but energetical. And now see them how they actually give you the permission to cut this cord. You know, you have their permission, like it's time to move on, right? You nod your head, both of you, and then imagine either a knife or a scissor or whatever you wish, a sword or whatever you want, and then visualize, even hear and feel, you know, everything all together, how you cut that cord. It has to be extreme, like take it to the extreme. All the sounds, all the feelings, you know, feel that. And then when you cut it, when you see it cut and you hear it cutting and you feel it, see how that part of your energy, of the chord, comes back to you. That's your vital strength. That's your personal power. You take it back. Because when you're still engaging with them, when you're still triggered emotionally by that person that hurt you, when you have those feelings, you give them the personal power, the vital power to them, your vital energy, your chi. You give it to them. So now you take it back after you cut the cord and feel all that personal power. And you can take all the lessons there, put all the lessons there and take it in that chord of yours and feel it on. And after you do that, you can take your time again. I'm just gonna say it so you can move on. You thank them. You say a big thank you to them for all the lessons or whatever, for whatever you wish, whatever you need. And you see them going on stage. And if there are more person, you can bring the second one. And you can bring even more if there are too many, right? You can visualize the chords to those persons together, to the groupers, and then cut the chords. Yeah. Okay, after you take back this personal power, this vital energy, this chord back, stay there, see how it feels. And keep filling up with that energy from the tube, with love, forgiveness, and healing. Those three elements are very important. Then you can add also other if you wish and need. And you can stay here as long as you wish. And don't forget to smile. And when you're ready, close up the tube and you can open your eyes. So, this is the practice. I hope it helps. It's a very, very powerful one, and I recommend after you do it, take the rest of the day off. That's why I suggest to do it in the evening, because most of the people are free in the evening. And I recommend taking a hot shower because it relaxes you after this. Don't engage, don't go on social media because it's filled with negative shit. Don't go there. Take a break from that. And if you really want to watch something, put something relaxing, maybe some music or comedy, something pleasant for the brain. Not too much information, especially negative ones. And don't eat crap food. Eat, if you're hungry in that moment or you want to eat something healthy to sustain this healing. It's very important. So I'll see you in the next video, and if you liked it, please give a like and subscribe for more videos like this. I'm really enjoying making this kind of content because I want you to live your best life as I'm living mine. I'm actually in the process of living mine, and I just love to share this kind of information and knowledge that I have. So, and also leave a comment below if you want me to come up with other topics or to help you with problems that you have or with your goals. Feel free to share it in the comments. I'll be very happy to make a video about it. But until then, take care.